Hello, I'm Simone Boyce, and this is my informational interview summary video speech. For my informational interview, I interviewed Sergeant Emily Vaughn, who is an Army Combat Medic, or 68 Whiskey, for the Idaho Army National Guard. She's a healthcare NCO, or non-commissioned officer, for the Idaho Medical Detachment for the 116th Cavalry Brigade. I asked Sergeant Vaughn many questions during the interview, mostly pertaining to the four following categories: the requirements and education and training needed, tasks and responsibilities, work environment, and advice for someone wanting to become a medic. First, I asked about major requirements. The Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Test, or ASVAB, is a test similar to the SAT or ACT that many people take in high school. Anyone wanting to join the Army has to take an ASVAB and score at least a 33. In order to be a medic, you have to score at least 107. The second requirement is the Army Physical Fitness Test. The test includes 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. The test requirements for each event depend on your age and sex. The next requirement is to pass the EMT cognitive exam and be able to be certified as an EMT. And finally, to be able to serve and deploy as a U.S. Army soldier along with completing all required training. The first step in training is to complete basic combat training. Basic is a 12-week course that turns people into soldiers. It's where they teach you how to be physically and mentally tough and train you in all your basic soldier tasks, such as how to shoot, land navigation, drill and ceremony, and many other things. Sergeant Vaughn says this is where you get yelled at by a bunch of drill sergeants to do push-ups, get no sleep, eat slop for food, and basically die, but it is still fun. The next step is AIT, or Advanced Individuals Training. For 68 Whiskey, there are 2 parts. The first being a 4-week EMT course where you become a certified EMT. The second is being the actual medic course where you learn the MOS. The MOS is a 16-week long and is more relaxed than basic training, but you still have drill sergeants to yell at you. Once you complete AIT, you are now a certified 68 Whiskey, however, your training never ends. Once you arrive at your duty station, you'll receive on-the-job training. In addition, every time you get promoted, you must complete the next leader course before you can get the next rank. Next, I asked Sergeant Vaughn about daily tasks and responsibilities. As a medic, you could be doing a variety of tasks. Some may include administering emergency and non-emergency medical treatment, assisting with outpatient and inpatient care and treatment, instructing soldiers on combat lifesaver first responders training course, and maintaining soldiers' medical readiness, medical supplies, and equipment. As a healthcare NCO, Sergeant Vaughn's daily tasks include administering vaccines, administering drug and pregnancy tests, and testing soldiers' basic readiness. In addition to her medic responsibilities, she also has her soldier tasks. Every medic is a soldier first and is also responsible for basic soldier tasks, such as physical training, equipment maintenance, cleaning, conducting admin tasks, and many more. Sergeant Vaughn says that just because you're 68 Whiskey doesn't mean that's what you're doing. I spent the first 2 years in the Army driving a truck, cleaning bathrooms, and learning. Next, we talked about work environment. There are 2 types of work environments for a medic, and the big difference between the 2. There are a garrison environment and a deployment environment. Garrison means you are stationed in the U.S. and most likely working in a clinic or hospital either on a military base or near one. You wear Army scrubs and your hours are typically 6 to 6. You get vacation time and you can take days off when you schedule in advance. You treat both soldiers and civilians, and half your time is spent preparing and training for deployment. A deployment is when you're stationed overseas in peace or wartime. The environment is unpredictable and harsh. You could be performing medical care in anything from a hospital to the back of a truck. Unlike garrison, you don't wear scrubs on a deployment. You wear the Army combat uniform, carry a weapon, gas mask, and all other necessary gear. You can be deployed for many months at a time, treating injured soldiers and civilians wherever you are. These work conditions can be rough, but what makes a medic a medic? Another aspect of the Army is an extremely male-dominated field. I asked Sergeant Vaughn what this is like, and she said it's not always easy. The Army itself tries to promote equality for everyone, but there are just some people who will never take you seriously or respect you. She said that she's had good leadership where there are no issues, and also toxic leadership that almost encourages it. She believes that the Army is moving in the right direction. It's just a few people who fail to adapt that is slowing things down. Finally, I asked what advice she could give me as an aspiring combat medic. She gave me 3 main points. First, she suggested getting in shape now. She said that you should be able to pass a PT test before you enlist or go to basic. You can't be in the Army if you can't pass a PT test. Next, she suggested becoming EMT certified before enlisting. Your training will be shorter, and you will join as a specialist instead of a private. This puts you much further ahead in your career, and you will get paid more during training. Finally, she said to explore the differences between active duty, National Guard, and reserves, and decide which option will best serve you. In conclusion, this interview made me want to become an Army medic even more. I believe I would enjoy something like Sergeant Vaughn's job, but I will also enjoy being deployed. I am fascinated by every aspect of it, and I'm excited for the future. Thank you!